Good morning. You are seeing me fresh out of bed. I have sleep in the corner of my eyes. I've had my first cup of coffee. Will go in for my second after I get my shower and get cleaned up. But it is a Thursday. So that means it is a Thursday Thoughts with Tiff. And I thought I'd do something a little different today and just chat with you guys while I get ready. So it's a Get Ready With Me Thursday Thoughts with Tiff. I am out of the shower. I am getting ready to get ready. Toner is the first thing that I do. Whew. And yes, I do that every time. Wipe it on the towel. The toner that I use is a toner that I get from Amazon. I have used this for years. It's a Japanese brand, just skincare lotion, high moist skincare lotion. I love it. As you can see, I'm almost out. I have had this for a very long time. It lasts a very long time. I just fill up this spray bottle because it's easier to apply. Let's chat. I know doctors tell you not to use Q-tips, and I don't push them very far down into my ears. I just basically get the water that sits in your little ear crevices after you get out of the shower or the bath. Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up, the holidays. I am someone who has always loved this time of the year. It brings back all the good feeling, the good nostalgia memories of my childhood, and it's a time that I always reflect back to those times. But to be quite honest, for the last several years, Thanksgiving and Christmas have not been the same for me as they were when we lived in North Carolina. Although it makes me sad, it's one thing that I had to sacrifice in order to move to Florida. Anytime you want to move forward in life and want to change certain aspects of your life, you have to give things up. You have to sacrifice in order to move forward. I always look back at my childhood Thanksgiving and Christmas memories with a lot of happiness, with a lot of joy. But as you get older, inevitably you lose people in your family. And a lot of times when that happens, the whole dynamic of your family changes, and it changes the holiday season naturally. So that doesn't mean that I don't look forward to the holiday seasons. I always look forward to them. I love all the sparkly lights, all the decorations, and the happiness and joy that that brings me of just seeing beautiful things. But this holiday season, I can honestly say for the first time in my whole life, I am not looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to Thanksgiving. I am not looking forward to Christmas. And let me take my towel off my head and I'll tell you why. For those of you, if you're wondering, this is all I use for my hair. Sometimes I get a lot of questions from people out and about my hair. It's naturally curly. It's always been naturally curly. I've dealt with it my whole life. Of course, I'm one of those girls that wants what they don't have. I've always wanted straight hair. I've always wanted to just get out of bed, brush my hair, put it up in a ponytail, or style it and it look beautiful and go out the door. I cannot do that. In order to fix my hair, I have to do this every day. I have to condition it every day. This is the only thing that I have. I do not have a brush. I just have a detangler comb. I detangle it first before I put my gel in it. And that's the only time that my hair gets brushed, because anyone out there with naturally curly hair knows that you can't brush it after it's dry. If you did, you would look like you stuck your finger in a light socket. This is my scrunching towel. It's a microfiber cloth towel. This is what I use to scrunch my hair. I'm not looking forward to this holiday season because if you didn't know, we lost my youngest son in July to suicide. I am just now, very recently, able to even talk about him without crying. That doesn't mean that the grief is not still very real, that I have not been going through the stages of grief still, and probably always will for the rest of my life. Going through this grief has been exhausting emotionally, physically, mentally, all of that. This is going to be our first holiday without him. And this is what I do. I just put my hair gel in, and then I put my head over and I scrunch it. You can hear that swoosh. That's a good sound. You just keep doing this to kind of form your curl pattern. And then run it underwater because I hate the feeling of hair gel on my hands. Get the stray hairs that will clog up the drain. I know that's nasty. Throw the hair away in the toilet. Or not the toilet, the trash can. Lord have mercy on my soul. And scrunch. I had a dream for the longest time that I kept to myself, that I didn't really voice out into the universe, that my wish, my dream was to spend at least one holiday, whether it was Thanksgiving or Christmas, with both of my children together. That had been a dream and a wish for a very long time. That wish came true last Thanksgiving. Last Thanksgiving, I was able to have both of my children together for the first time in years, like for the first time since they were little boys. It was such a happy time. For reasons that I'm not going to go into on this video, we had not seen Nick in over 5 years. He had not seen his brother, he had not seen his nephews, he had not seen me, had not seen Dave in over 5 years. So it was a very happy, cherished time because everyone was together. And because my wish and my dream was fulfilled for the first time in years, that both of my children were together for the first time. Almost all of my grandchildren. Nick's son Hayden couldn't be there because he was with his mom spending time with her family for Thanksgiving. But of course Wyatt and Connor were there. So for the first time in a very long time, I had my grandchildren there minus one and both my children. And it was wonderful. I mean, everybody was happy, laughing. It was I don't want to cry. I'm going to try not to cry. But it was the last time that we saw Nick. Was last Thanksgiving. 8 months later, he would commit suicide. So it was the last time we saw him. It was the last time we got to hug him and tell him that we loved him. So this Thanksgiving and this Christmas are really gonna suck for our family. Checking in with you guys. It's been hard. I don't know if you can hear the sirens in the background, but that's like a regular occurrence here. But yes, it's been difficult. This is Intelligent Nutrients, the Fixer AHA resurfacing gel. The main reason that I wanted to open up the camera and do this Thursday Thoughts with you today, this specific talk, is because when someone close to you dies, it really puts in perspective how precious life really is and how short of a period of time that we have here on this earth. And I know it sounds corny, and I know it sounds corny. I wanted to say stupid, but I'm not going to say that. Nothing is stupid. Nothing anybody says I feel is stupid, but it is corny that I always have felt like I was meant for more, that this mundane existence that I have been living all of my life wasn't what I was meant to do. Some of you know that behind the scenes I have been trying really hard to open up a luxury picnic business, Vintage Bloom Picnics. But we keep getting pushed back. I'm also a believer that everything happens for a reason, that the universe has designed everything that happens to you for a reason. I quit my job 3 years ago to start this business. The plan was to start the business and in my spare time work on the house, updating and upgrading. Those plans changed because, of course, we're human and we change our minds all the time. And the updating and the upgrading turned into major remodels and updating and upgrading. So that kind of took front seat. The planning of the business took back seat. So behind the scenes, I have been working towards doing this for 3 years. Fear kind of crept in because in the beginning, I was all gung-ho about it. I had all these plans, and then self-doubt, fear. I didn't have enough confidence in myself, which I'm very sad about, because when you let those feelings of doubt creep into your mind, it cripples you to a place where you feel paralyzed. You know what you want to achieve, you know what you want to do, but you are mentally paralyzed by the fear of moving forward, of putting one step in front of the other, putting one foot in front of the other, and going forward. Then this happened. Then we lost my son. And as you can imagine, that's been really, really hard. Now I'm using The Ordinary. I don't think I showed you the eye stuff that I put on. It is also Intelligent Nutrients Regenerative Eye Gel. I'm announcing it now. We have really been looking into adding another business underneath the Vintage Bloom Picnics business. And that is going to be a craft creation focused business. I have been someone who for years have worked on crafts and done many different things throughout my life. And a lot of people have always said, you should sell your creations. They're so good. You should go out and share them with the world instead of keeping them all for yourself and your family. Let the world see your creations. I am finally going to be doing that. And instead of fear, I have a lot of anticipation. Like, it makes me very excited to be able to start this process of doing that. Now, we're just in the very beginning stages of it. Probably going to be doing trade shows, probably going to be doing farmers markets and things like that on the weekends. Eventually, not right at the beginning, because I don't even have a tent. I don't even have any way to display any of my things. Plus, I have to make things to display. So it's all in the works of being planned. Also looking into opening up a Instagram shop page, maybe a Facebook shop page. I'm not sure. Like I said, we're all planning over here. That means that our content on this channel is going to kind of shift. If you haven't seen a trend, it's been very craft forward. And moving forward, that's going to be a lot of the focus, because with this channel, we have always just lived our lives and brought a camera along every once in a while, and we show a lot of our life online. There's not much that we don't show. We never set out to be a Disney specific channel or a theme park specific channel. We do those things because we enjoy those things, and we just bring you along when we have those experiences, because we want to remember those experiences for ourselves as well. But because this is going to be a big part of my life, and because I am going to be putting a large portion of time and effort and energy into both of these businesses, that is going to kind of shift our content. Also, if you didn't know already, some of you know, but if you didn't know, we are going to be selling this house in January. We decided to wait until January to list the house. We now have a listing date. We're going to list it on July the 9th. I don't know why I get July and January mixed up. January. We're going to be listing it on January the 9th. course, we'll bring you along for that journey too. We're going to be buying a new house eventually. We're probably going to be doing lots of updates and upgrades again. Hopefully no major remodels. We're not going to do that to ourselves again. We're just going to update and upgrade. Maybe new cabinets, maybe new countertops, and that's it. Maybe new flooring, maybe new carpeting, and that's it. We're not going to be moving any plumbing. We're not going to be doing major overhauls, just updating and upgrading. So that's what's going on in my life. That's what's been spinning around in my head. My thoughts that I wanted to share with you for Thursday Thoughts with Tiff. I am ready now. I am not going to put any makeup on. I normally never do. Every once in a while I do, just to make myself feel nice and feel pretty. But today, I'm not. I'm going to be editing today and crafting today. And yeah, that is all I have for you today. All those YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, click the bell. And I will see you next Thursday. Bye.